All right, I see we got a couple people online. I'm in the park, relaxing. Me and Gary. What's up, Naj? Peace, my sister. I'm gonna talk about sacred meditations. I already did a post. Cause I had just woke up a little while ago from a nap, and but before I had laid down, I was sitting in my my semi-office chair, and the Lemurians, because many of you know we got the Lemurian crystals, right? We got them in all sizes, and I felt the energy from the Lemurian, like, telling me to pick it up, so I picked up, I'll post it later, I picked up the empathic warrior Lemurian, right? Kind of big, and I laid down with it in the bed, then I fell asleep, and then I woke up, just trying to come to, you know, when you wake up out of a sleep or whatever. So for some of us, it take a little time to, you know, to feel yourself where, you know. So anyway, somebody sent me something, like a video to watch. Now, mind you, this person kind of was one of the first people that taught me about crystal elixirs, you know. They showed me like what books to get, how to make the elixir. They never showed me how to make the elixirs, but to further my crystal elixir insights, meaning certain stones you can put into water and you can drink for medicinal purposes. So, because I was already doing the shungite water, but then they said, hey, there's some other stuff out there, you know, and so they sent me something pertaining to, and everything's going to tie into what I'm saying as far as history as we know it. It's not real history. A lot of times we think because of what they teach us in school that's real history. It's not real history. A lot of it is lies. It's lies, and the people you think is a certain color or what, they're not even that color. They're really our people. They just changed the color and all of that stuff. I'm telling you, it's deep. And I've been hearing about this for some years now from other scholars. So I'm listening to it, and I was like, wow, you know what? I think I am going to do that Ancestry.com thing, because I saw something else. Everything's going to tie into where I'm going with this. And this girl found her dad through Ancestry.com. And I'm not looking for my dad. I saw my dad when I was younger. My dad was murdered, blah, blah, blah. Found out many years after. That's another story. But, I said to myself, after watching that video, and then, you know, this is a few things, because sometimes during the course of the day, week, month, or year, you come into different information channels pertaining to people talking about something, you thinking about something, you being inspired about something, and you got a feeling, but then, like, you get those answers pertaining to what it was you was thinking about, feeling, trying to figure out or do. And you be like, wow, I was kind of, you know, needed that insight, information, and then, you know, it'll come, especially if you're in that frequency of receivership. Now, that came to me some weeks back. The frequency of receivership, meaning you're ready to change, you're ready to receive, you're ready to elevate to the next level of your life path, and you're ready to start being that. Not just, you know, dreaming it any longer, which there's nothing wrong with dreaming, but the receivership means my heart receive it, now I'm going to put it into action. And you don't have to necessarily take big steps, as long as you're taking little steps to accomplish the activation of receivership pertaining to whatever it is you want to do, need to do, that's going to make you a better person. Make you stronger, make you less afraid of life, afraid of being just, you know, a whole lot of stuff. Because a lot of what's going on now is fear. They've been scaring people. People are walking around in fear. So we want to, like, arrive at a frequency of receivership and say, you know what? I'm only in the earth for a certain amount of time. I'm not going to be scared walking around. I'm afraid. You're going to die anyway. So you might as well enjoy your life, be happy, and try to do the right-minded thing. I mean, you ain't going to be perfect, but at least try to get yourself together before you leave out your body. Because everything we do down here, there is a consequence in the unseen realities that, you know, sometimes, you know, we hear about it. You know, people have been talking about it since we was born. So there is some stuff after this stuff we just don't know, or we don't have a clear insight, or we have a little bit of insight. So now, after watching that video, right? And then I went to another video, and then this sister on Facebook, who's also buys crystals from me, she found her dad, and I was like, awesome, you know, and she went to Ancestry.com. Then I saw another video yesterday where this lady was saying, a lot of us got land that we don't even know that we have in our family. Yeah. And she said, well, you need to like do a genealogy. I'm ready to sneeze, but you need to do a genealogy to figure out who's related to who, and then if they had land, that's your land. Yeah. And I said, oh wow. So I'm like, I'm telling you, I mean, like, so I said to myself, I'm gonna check out what I just said about the land thing, finding out, because a lot of times we think, oh man, I ain't got nothing, man. And then when you start doing research, you find like, yo, man, we had it all along, but we didn't know we had it because we were lied to, we were confused, we were tricked, and then in a lot of situations we tricked ourselves, right? So we became tricks because we tricked ourselves, you know. So, and like, we're not putting ourselves down, nah. We understanding where we are, what we've done, what we're whatever, and we're gonna always pick ourselves up. Why? Because we gotta live inside of our body. So that means knowing you're gonna be with you for a while, you gotta make sure that, you know what, you forgiving, loving yourself, understanding yourself, learning about yourself, and not walking around in this world fooling yourself. Because you may be on a certain frequency of understanding, but that don't mean everybody else is. So you got to focus more on what you got to do, and then you align yourself with like-minded people, you know, that are for real, that are serious, that you can trust, you know, that they're going to tell you the exact reality of reality, and not to harm you or hurt you, but you're going to hear the truth. So that's where receivership comes in. Receivership comes in when you hear the truth, you know it's the truth, and in that truth, there's some things you got to do pertaining to hearing that truth. So that means action, activation, acting on, acting upon the information, putting in effect, right? Facilitating plan of action pertaining to whatever action, pertaining to what it is that you know you need to do, pertaining to your situation, you know, or problem or area or circumstances pertaining to your life. Because I know most of us, we want to be at peace, want to be happy, want to make sure we're being responsible, and we're using the information that we've been gathering since we've been in the earth. Because it's not what you know. It's not what you know, it's what you use. Yeah, it's not what you know, it's what you use. Because we know a lot of stuff. So it's not what you know, it's what you use. And so when you come into understanding that that's what wisdom is. Wisdom is, now I'm walking in the knowledge because I understand what I'm receiving, what I have received. And that deals with everything in life. Friends, relationships, family, making money, doing business, all that, understanding. So this way, like whatever steps you take, whether they're small steps or new steps that you never took before, you want to know the ins and outs and ins, so that as you do it, right, or you plan it, then you do it, then you live it, then you breathe it, then you become it. That pertains to everything. As long as it's positive, it's wholesome, it's not going to hurt you, it's not going to bring no unnecessary problems, because you're moving in the frequency of receivership, because I'm being right-minded within myself to do what I have to do to, like I made mention, to arrive at the different destinations of arrivals, because there's going to be many different destinations of arrivals pertaining to your life, not just one destination. There are going to be many different arrivals of destination, or many different destinations of arrival pertaining to your life. It's not just going to be one. So that means you got to be like the mastermind and say, hey, boom, 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 boom. that comes over time. And that comes through meditation, that comes through prayer, that comes through exercise, and that comes through eating right or trying to learn how to eat better and eat right, thinking right, and just dealing with whatever it is that may have made you feel less than, whatever. So you can arrive to the home port. The home port is like a ship. When the ship docks, and there's a certain way that ship has to dock next to where it's docking, because if it don't dock right, it can crash. Then it can get a hole, then the ship can sink. Same thing with us as human beings. You want to make sure we are docking securely at the port, so this way we don't crash, right? We don't puncture our hull, which is our body, our aura, our spirit, our mind, our soul, right? And as we safely dock at the port, right? Then we can feel at ease and at peace. And that's with everything. That's with everything, with life. Relationships, right? Relationships are directions. Yeah, relationship. So which direction are we going in our relationships? Are we docking safely at the port, or are we haphazardly not fully understanding the proper way to navigate our ship? Relationship with yourself, so this way you can understand how to navigate within and then navigate outside of you to have the right relationships that will be going in the right direction. So this way your receivership will be stronger than ever. When the truth comes, you ain't gonna fight. You're gonna be like, man, this is what I need, man. You know, I may not be ready for it, but being that I'm in receivership, I know I've been needing this all my life. I've been needing to do X, Y, and Z all my life. You know, and stuff like that. Because each person has a different life path scenario that they got to deal with and that they got to figure out. We all do. Everybody. Even me, with all these crystals, these herbs, and all this magic and stuff that I work with, I still, you know, deal with situations, go through situations, but it's not overwhelming. That's the, you know, what's the most beautiful part about living life? When you can deal with stuff and understand stuff where it's not overwhelming. You be like, you know what? I got this. Either because I'm at a space and a place within myself that I know I'm strong and I'm confident and I'm secure within myself. Meaning, I have the right relationship with myself, the right understanding of what I need to do with self. And nobody can take that away from you. I mean, you may feel sometimes uncomfortable in certain situations, because in certain situations you're learning the situation, especially if it's something you've never been through. And also some situations we have to learn how to master. Certain situations we have to learn how to understand. Certain situations we have to learn how to maybe get along in those situations, because like I said, and I will say, you could be doing a whole lot of positive, beautiful stuff, but you may encounter situations where the other frequencies are not doing that. So what do? Because it could be people close to you. It could be the boss at the job. It could be, you know, some stuff you know from your childhood or even now. So you look at it and you ask yourself, is this really something that is so important that I'm going to stop living my life? I'm going to stop being happy. I'm going to stop being grateful just for being alive, or having a place to stay, having a few dollars, being able to eat certain things I like to eat, or understanding other people's struggles and feeling, you know, caring, concern, and wishing you can help. And, you know, not like, what I'm saying is not be so like locked in your own world where you're not even aware of what's really going on in the big world outside of you. You know, and that's how you connect stronger to receivership. And that's how the sacred meditations become more understood, because you're just being a beautiful person inside. You're not being like everybody else. You're being loving, caring, all of that stuff. But you got to give all that stuff to yourself first and foremost. You don't give nothing away until you first give it to yourself. You say it again. Don't give nothing away until you first give it to yourself. You want love? Give love to yourself. You want joy? You want happiness? You want this? You want that? Give it to yourself. Find it in yourself. Develop it within yourself. If you don't know how to do it, talk to people who's doing it. Yeah. It's a lot of information. We got these smartphones here, right? Y'all hear me? I see who's on here listening and stuff like that. So, you know, we got a lot in our hand. You know what I'm saying? I got to switch hands here, you know. But, you know, we got a lot in our hand. I mean, listen. We got so much in our hand that we can utilize and use. You know, sometimes, you know, we don't even understand, man, how good we got it. I'm telling you, we got it so good, man. I'm telling you. Because right now, somewhere else, right, they dropping bombs, they fighting, they ain't got no war. Listen, I'm telling you, you know, that's another thing I do. My theme is pretty much the same when I give lives. I be watching them YouTube documentaries. When I ain't got nothing to do, I'm watching documentaries of every place in the world so I can see how they live, how they feel. And I come to realize, man, we all, you know, got similar feelings, okay, and similar, you know, wants, desires, and needs, man. Some of us are able to do certain things, some of us aren't, man. And like what makes me understand the sacred meditations, because everything is a sacred meditation when you understand your situation and every situation pertaining to life and the life path. And just like seeing things for what it really is. Some things we have power over, we can change. Some things we don't have power over, we cannot change. That's why you pray and you meditate and you find either 1, 2, 3 or multiple different things that are positive to keep your mind right, to keep your soul right, to keep your spirit right. So while everybody else, they going crazy, they losing it, man, I'm good. I'm not even going to let that, you know, make me freak out. Or if I do freak out, I can bring myself back. As many as y'all know, I always say that. Because your sacred meditations, now I'm getting ready to go deep into the sacred meditations pertaining to that. Those are numerous different things that you do to reinvigorate, re-energize, to bring yourself back to yourself, to help you understand yourself better, to help you pick yourself back up when you fall, to help you come out of anger, whatever, loneliness, whatever you may feel as a human being. Those sacred meditations are within you and outside of you to bring you back. To bring you back to who? To yourself. So if you happen to fall short, you lose it, you make a mistake, whatever, you know, I got sacred meditations, you know what I'm saying, and things, you know, that you know, bring me peace, solace. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with money. I'm going to tell you this. Once we begin to understand what I'm saying, and I'm saying it to myself, once I begin to understand what I'm saying as I say what I say to myself, I understand money even better. Money is a tool. It's a tool. It's a tool. It's a tool, and it's made out of paper. Where do paper come from? Trees. So that means that money is a cosmic tool. If you use it right, it's a cosmic tool, right? So Getting back to the sacred meditations, that entails receivership, that entails deep down inside, you're working on being good within yourself, to yourself, and then as you interact with everything else, then you strive to be of right-minded soundness and goodness within. Now, so I'm going to kind of go over what I may mention earlier if you just came in. I saw this girl, she found her dad through Ancestry.com. I'm not looking for my dad. My dad, as I told y'all, was murdered many years ago, right? And I happened to find that out, because I was like, always wanted to know what happened to my father. So I found out through a complete stranger. Y'all remember back in the day before iPod, it was like CDs. Back then I used to burn a lot of CDs because I had a nice CD collection. I still do. You name it, I probably got the song. I'm talking about all kind of music. You name it, I got rock, I got whatever, because I'm heavy into music like that. And I would I said to myself, you know what, why don't you just burn your CDs, right, and sell them? So I would have this big suitcase with the wheels going all over, nail salons, beauty parlors, all that, and selling CDs. Sometimes people buy 5. I'm selling them at 5 a pop. If it's a double CD, 10, and if it's a rare one, depending, give me. And people was buying them, so I was like, I was making some money, And so one day, never forget it. I'm on. I'm coming through Clay Avenue, right? 167 Clay Avenue, not far from Westboro. Now that whole area has changed, because So I'm coming through there. I stopped, talked to this lady to try to sell her some CDs. I think she bought 1 or 2. And out of nowhere, I felt her energy with somebody. And I was telling her about my history, because my dad lived, my grandmother, my dad, they lived on Clay Avenue. They used to have a house over there, right? So, and I started talking with her about my father. She said, I know your whole family. And I stopped. What? She said, I know your whole family. And she said, take my number, and I'm going to contact your uncle, which is my brother's father. Yeah, so that all came together like a brand new leather. I got to meet my uncle. We spoke, but he didn't keep in contact with me. If he would have met my daughter, Gary. So, and then my uncle, I did take pictures of him, though. And I could tell in his face he was still hurt by the way his brother was murdered. You know what I'm saying? And so, I could tell as I was talking with him, because I was doing like a semi-interview, because at that time, I've always been into film, taking pictures and film. You know what I'm saying? And so, he was telling me, blah, blah, blah. I had his number, I would call him, but I could tell I don't know what it was. Sometimes people, they don't want to be bothered. So, but I would call him, and then I happened to lose contact with him or whatever. And so, from meeting that stranger, I was able to meet my uncle, and then I was able to get answers pertaining to my dad. So what am I saying here? This is what I'm saying. Sometimes what your heart wants, what your heart yearns for, what your heart desires, it will manifest. You'll get those answers. Sometimes they're going to come from strangers. Y'all got, excuse me, my nose is itching and stuff. Sometimes you're going to get those things from strangers. Sometimes you'll get those answers through watching a movie. Sometimes you get those answers from listening to a song. Sometimes you get those answers from listening to a live. Sometimes you get those answers from, you know how you be outside, just walking around, and you be listening to what's going on around you, and you'll hear somebody speak about a subject or have a conversation. It's not like you're trying to be in their business. No, it's not that. It's just that you happen to hear something that they say that you feel or understand, you say, wow, I understand exactly what they're saying. I can relate to what it is that they're saying. Matter of fact, I needed to hear that because I'm dealing with something similar to that, or I've been looking for specific answers to certain questions or whatever. And while I heard that from a stranger, I got that from a song, a book, or whatever. So this is how sometimes and many times the universe will work for you and through you. But the key is, because of fear and because of created fear, created chaos, a lot of times what we really need to get, sometimes we don't get it because of fear. We don't want to talk to people. We don't want to have, whatever the case may be, because of whatever it may be. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but, it is what it is. But you still will get what it is that you need. You know what I'm saying? Irregardless, because another thing I need to say. Nature is taking care of us. No matter what the wicked do, no matter what they spray in the sky, what they put in our food, the killings, whatever they doing, the hoarding of the wealth or whatever they doing or whatever, trying to make you feel uncomfortable in your own skin, trying to make you feel you ain't enough, trying to make you feel like, man, I'm messed up. Yo, I got to do this, I got to do that. Nature is saying, because I got this a while ago, nature is going to take care of you. Nature got you. The Creator has you. You're going to be okay. Everything is going to be all right. This is why we got to have many, multiple different things of meditation, of praying, and vibing with good people, and making sure that you take care of yourself. I'm telling you, man, listen. We really gotta really learn more about this body, these organs, this system. Us, we are the system. I'm talking about the outside system. But learn about what makes us who we are, so we can take better care of ourselves and like develop ourselves, so we can be more at peace, more happy, and more comfortable within. And then as we do that, we'll know when situations is not right for us, because we are nurturing ourselves. We're giving ourselves the self-care that we need to sustain us and keep our life path in order. And like, this is what we want to do. This is what we need to do. I realize that within myself. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes. The goal is learn from your mistakes, find people you can confide in, and maybe not share everything. Some things you got to keep to yourself. But some things you can talk to people about, and then you will find out that pretty much they going through, or they dealing with the same thing you're going through or dealing with. And then some of them have found answers and ways out of that situation. So you too can find a way out. You know what I'm saying? So now, I'm kind of like all over the place, but I'm not all over the place, because I didn't want to go into about my dad thing, but so now y'all know that part somewhat. So the video the lady sent me, I was watching, I found out that, I always knew this, that all this stuff they tell us about history and this and that, it's a bunch of BS. It's not the truth. That's number one. And what they do, they indoctrinate you in the school system. That's how they indoctrinate you. They get all of us. And that's what I realized when I have my daughter in school. I saw the indoctrination. Now my daughter's homeschooled. So she still got the Board of Ed curriculum, but she's getting a curriculum also from me. You know, and like we watch documentaries so she can know the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind sharing knowledge. I love teaching. I love giving information because I study. Usually when I speak, I have done a lot of studying, and I've studied other sources and what they're saying pertaining to what they're saying. And I'm not saying that I know everything, because I don't, but I'm always seeking knowledge. I love knowledge. I love learning. And once I learn, if you want to learn, I'm willing to like, you know, help you, or you help me, or we help us, you know. And I need to say this. Even if you got one person or a few people in your life that you know got you, that's gonna like be like loving and caring and honest with you, whether you're wrong or right with it, that's cool. But even if you don't got that, just know that you came into the earthly existence with that already inside of you. And I made mention of this before. You know, your organs in your body takes care of you, been taking care of you, nurturing you, even when, you know, we don't, you know, whatever. So just know that you already got love, even though you may feel like, oh man, nobody don't love me, they acting funny. Yeah, but the body, the feet, all this stuff still looking out for you. So be grateful. Let's be grateful and appreciative. Let's reflect. You know, if you're going through a struggle, whatever, hey, you're not by yourself. We all go through struggles. You know what I'm saying? We just got to figure it out. Got to figure it out. If you don't know what to do, then hey, you got to talk to somebody. That's why I let people know. We offer consultations on a variety of different situations and circumstances, because been there, done that, or maybe dealing with that and getting answers and then bouncing stuff off of people. A lot of times you feel like, yo, you know, I'm not alone. I thought I was alone, or I thought I was the only one. You find, nah, man. And then another thing too, sometimes, you know, we be so caught up in stuff, and then we got so much good happening right underneath our feet. So what I'm saying is, let's not dwell on the problems. Let's dwell on the solution. You know what I'm saying? The evolution. You know what I'm saying? So we can fully grow up. Your age does not make you a grown-up. Your age does not make you a grown-up. What makes you a grown-up is your mindset, your right-mindedness, your intellect, how you facilitate plan of action. That is what makes you a grown-up. It's not your age. Yeah, it's not your age. It's how you live it, how you think, how you feel. You know, do you want to change? Do you want to get better? Do you want to heal? Yeah, because you got to live inside your body. Individually, we all got to do what we got to do pertaining to what it is we need to do. And a lot of the information we get as children from our parents or relatives or just strangers or whatever who have humanity. You know, even though the world is whatever it is, there are still people in the earth who are humane. And they come in all colors and hues. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times, you know, the fear factors and what's going on. Yeah, we want to be aware of the various different things that's going on, but we want to make sure we find our happy place, our happy space, and have certain things set up in our lives that energizes us, that makes us feel, okay, I'm all right. I went through a little something, I'm feeling a certain way, but I'm okay. I can, you know, yeah. And I'm going to tell you how to arrive, because that's sacred meditation, sacred manifestation, sacred elevation, sacred proclamation. I'm telling you, listen, it's wonderful. It's so wonderful when you connect deeper with yourself. That means becoming your own best friend, becoming your own best company, loving yourself on a deeper level. Hey, Gary, be careful. Hey, She's on that. You can't push her like this. She can hurt her. You can't do that. Be careful. So it's just really, you know, like having an understanding of who you are, what you need to do, and like the necessary steps. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? We all feel like how you may feel when you think you're the only one. We humans, you know, we got like similarities, and just that some people are stronger than others. But that don't make like, okay, you know, nah, you're a human. So we want to have value. We want to value life. Value life. Value your worth, your net worth, your self-worth, your self-esteem. Value who you are. And just know that you're in this world for a divine, cosmic purpose. You're not in this world just now. You're in this world maybe to create something, to heal something, to figure out something, to get through something, to build something. You know what I'm saying? To help somebody along the way. First you help yourself, and then you can help others. First you love yourself, then you can love others. First you face whatever it is that you need to face, then you can face others. Whatever it may be. And then in some situations, it's got to keep pushing, keep moving, because maybe people are not open to whatever it is that you're on. Not on like, but doing. Or whatever. It is what it is. But make sure you got you. You keeping your eye on you and what you need to do. Because you know I'm flowing in a frequency of right-mindedness. That's where I'm flowing at. Now, I'm not going to go over what I just made mention of, but I will say this. If you didn't hear me, rewatch the live. Okay, from the beginning. I'm going to hopefully save the live. But I just want to say this. So, because this came to me after I was, hey Gary, come here please. You're not to go behind there. I gotta see you. You cannot go behind there. Stay where I can look up and I can see you, okay? All right. So basically, you know, like I said, I had slept with the empathic Lemurian warrior. I guess, oh man. I posted that before, but I'm gonna post it again for y'all. And it's like I was sitting in my office chair, right? Office chair. It is office chair. And the Lemurian, one of them had called me. Cause see, when you working with certain stones and you get used to sitting with them and meditating with them, they're gonna pop in your mind and gonna say, "Pick me up," or "Put me on." It's sort of like, you know, like your favorite outfit. Be like, you know, we ain't had that on in a while. Put it on or whatever. So now with the crystals, that's why certain crystals you're drawn to, because they're communicating with your energy field, saying, "Hey there, you need something," and energy speaks. And sometimes we don't even understand, but it's saying this is what you need to heal or get some answers or figure out some stuff. Because the crystals, like, look, I'm holding this right here, right? This is a Lemurian, right? I keep this in my pocket amongst other stones. So y'all know I'm walking around with an extra 20, 30 pounds, right? Stones, yeah. So basically, kind of lost my train of thought. So too bad. Hopefully this will come in the future where you can be on somebody's live and not be like in the screen where they can see you and everybody can like chime in. That'll be dope, right? That's coming, y'all. That's coming though. Yeah. So let me kind of bring myself back. So, you know, I slept with the empathic Lemurian warrior, right? And when I woke up, like I said, I was sitting in the chair to come to, you know, because, you know, like when you wake up sometimes, you know, some people can wake up cheery. It takes me a little minute. That's why I do a little exercise, you know, when I get up, you know, or, you know, read something positive or whatever the case may be. So after watching the videos that I was sent earlier, that I made mention of in the earlier part of the live, you know, I got some information, and then the prior video reading about how we got land, but we don't know we got land because our ancestors had land in this country here, and like how history we've been lied to because number one, this is our land, but we don't know it's our land. We think we all come from Africa when a lot of us was already here. That's another lie. So kind of tie it all in. What occurred was in my frequency of thought was sacred meditations. And this is what sacred meditations is. Pertaining to your gifts, the ones you know about and the ones you don't even know about, but they're there inside of you, waiting to be discovered and unlocked. And the stuff that your ancestors and your foreparents and like, I'm talking about way since the beginning all the way up until now. Family. They had different gifts. You got different gifts. The sacred meditations, I'm not going to say it exactly like how I said it earlier, because when I said it earlier, I was in that frequency like real deep. I said, I got to record this because it's coming to me. Because we all get inspirations. I ain't just the only one. You know what I'm saying? But we get them on different levels of frequency depending on the building and gathering of the frequency that we're working with. Whether you're a singer, you write poetry, you paint, you're good at communicating, you're good at organizing, you're good at taking care of people, whatever. Those frequencies pertaining to what you are good at are more pronounced and intensified because that's who you are. That's what you're good at. That's what you are the mastermind at, or that is what is drawing you pertaining to, hey, I'm feeling this. You know, it's all like your favorite food, right? You know, you're just so drawn to it and you eating it, you're loving the taste, similar feeling, you know. So, this is the sacred meditations. When you do sacred meditations, like things that are sacred, like things that are right-minded, things that are good, things that are nurturing, nourishing, things that will help you, things that will elevate you, things that will change you and make you better, things that will help you look at yourself because you're in receivership and say, hey, you know what, I really wanna like, you know, be better with myself. You know, then hopefully I'll be better with others. But even if I don't, don't take it in the wrong way. You got to get better with yourself so you can understand when you're not better with others, because the reflections of receivership that you've been given to yourself will say, you know, you out of pocket. You know, you got to tone it down or maybe whatever. And so those are sacred meditations, because those are like guideposts. Those are like lights, self-created directions that direct you to do what it is you know is the right thing to do. That's basically what it is. It's a code. It's a set of rules. It's a lifestyle. It's a mindset. You know, because you know that this is the right way to do this. I'm going to do this way. Ain't no other way going to work because this is the way that it works. It's sort of like when I'm wrapping a stone or a crystal, right? I appreciate y'all for joining in. You know, and I just made the page public like a couple of weeks ago. So my page is now officially public. I had it private, like, you know what? Make it public. You know, yeah. So, the sacred meditations, I already posted the first inspiration that I was feeling when I first felt and I wasn't even thinking about no sacred meditation. It just came to me. You know, stuff just come to you. You be like, oh wow, where is it? Because you're in that pathway, so it's going to come to you. It may not come to someone else, but it'll come to you. You know, and because when you look at different things, like there will never be another Michael Jackson, right? There'll never be another Malcolm. There'll never be another Haile Selassie or whoever. All these different people who are creative geniuses who brought a lot of stuff to humanity and helped people. They were never. So what I'm saying is that every individual, when they understand the sacred meditations that they have within them, that they develop over time, that points out to you, what you're good at, what it is you should be doing, as opposed to like what it is maybe you shouldn't be doing anymore, because you want to be doing stuff that you're feeling like it's strengthening your ki and your chi, which is your life force. It's making you feel like I'm smiling now because this is what I like to do. You know, when you do stuff that you like to do, you smile, makes you feel good, you be at peace. This is the sacred meditations. This is what it's all about. So when you're making money, or you're at the job, or you're going to school, or whatever it is you're doing that's creative, you are growing, you're developing, you're understanding, and eventually you will excel in that. Why? Because your frequency of spirit is right. Your sacred meditation are all those artistic things within you, all those creative things within you, all those positive things within you, and the building blocks of what you're doing now, as long as it's right-minded and positive, right? And you nurture, you work, and you continue to work on those things to keep you free from all the craziness that's going on. So when I'm saying, it could be a whole lot of chaos going on, right? Because I'm looking out now, I see all these beautiful, wonderful trees that gives us oxygen, right? And even though they spraying chemtrails in the sky, the trees right now is letting me know, I got you, we got you. We are stronger than the evil, wicked plots that they're doing. We're stronger. Nature is stronger. Nature outlasts humanity, right? Nature will bury you, right? Think about it. All them other civilizations, they had this, they had that, and nature buried them, right? Buried them. They're no longer here, right? So while we are here, we want to make sure our sacred meditations is, you know, being right, being smart, being wise, trying to do our best to get better, to change, you know, whatever hang-ups, problems, issues you got or whatever, let's face them. It's time to face them. If you don't love yourself, it's time to face why you don't love yourself. If you feel you got to fit in with everybody else and you're not fitting in with yourself, it's time for you, for us to figure that out, right? If you have issues pertaining to family issues, your living situation, you may have some anger, or you just don't know, it's time to figure that out. This is why we are here, to figure it out, to get answers, and then become the living answer. So as we flow in frequency, like I said, we can gather ourselves and bring ourselves back to ourselves because of the right-minded things that we do, or we're willing to learn, or we're willing to try to do, to have some peace, some harmony, some love, some kindness, and tranquility. Those are, and I made mention of this before, go-tos. The go-tos, which are the soul tools, literally. So we got certain things that we go to, or we are learning that I must have some go-tos. Okay, go-tos and go-tools, which are soul tools that will help us bring ourselves back to calmness, bring ourselves back to reality, bring ourselves back to self, to confidence, to love, to like, okay, I know what I gotta do. I'm gonna take this one little baby step and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna keep practicing until I get good at it. Yeah. And so getting back to the sacred meditations, like I said, when I first felt the frequency of what I want to say, like how I said earlier, but I'm unable to say it because when certain things come, you can say it, but not explain it when you're really feeling it at the moment that it's coming. And that's where I'm at now. So I'm trying to like paint a little picture. So, but part of what I was saying was the sacred meditations are answers, solutions, your crafts, your abilities, your talents, your gifts, traveling of messages, and frequency flows of creativity. That's what the sacred meditations they bring. That's what they are. We all got different levels, but when we come together and we hear somebody speak about something or whatever, and like you don't have to label it a sacred meditation. I'm not no like, yo, you got nope. The goal is to get an understanding, and then you place it pertaining to your understanding of how you perceive or understand what's being said. That's it. You tailor it according to how you can do it. Why? Because you are who you are. You are created. Even though we all got eyes and ears and this and that, boom, boom, boom. Some of us, we're born, whatever. The tailoring of self is the most important tailoring. I'm going to say this again. The tailoring of yourself is the most important tailoring. Why? So this way you can figure out, am I a copycat, or am I living and striving to get to know who I am without being influenced by what they are doing, by what they are trying to make me be, or their interpretation of who I'm supposed to be. And the reason for that is because you want to be happy, and you don't want to feel any pressure. Like, I got to live up to somebody else's expectation of me and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. What I'm saying is you are uniquely created by the universe, by the Creator. And you have a sacred meditation, your gifts. Individual gifts. Some people have similar gifts, and then they I like to do that. Come on, let's collaborate, right, or whatever. So soon I'm going to end the live too, because I listen to myself, and sometimes when my system is saying, okay, you said enough, let's start winding it down. So but you can go back to the video. I'm gonna hopefully try to save it and re-listen to it. You know, so that's basically, you know, some of what came to me pertaining to what I'm saying now. You know, the theme of most of my lives is take care of yourself, love yourself, you know, make sure you got you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, connect with people. And if you don't want to connect with people, that's okay. That don't make you like, you know. But make sure you're connecting with yourself, you're nurturing yourself, you're loving yourself. And, you know, you're staying honest and real with yourself when you're embracing yourself and you're doing the necessary things that you need to do that, you know, can keep you free. Yeah, it has nothing to do with money. But I tell you this, though. When you get money and you get whatever it is that you're working on or need and stuff like that, you will be in the proper frequency of doing the right thing with those things that you're going to receive because of what you're doing now, which is the right thing. You won't mess it up. Usually when we mess up things, right, it's because our frequency within is not ready, or it's not right, or it's not understood, or there's an imbalance because of whatever we may go through as human beings. So when certain opportunities present themselves, right, inner outer opportunities, a lot of times because of what I just made mention of, we don't manifest. Manifest is an action. It's an action. Once you put it in your mind, that means now you got to get up. There's some things you got to do to highly manifest. There's different levels of manifestation. Yeah, you can manifest it in your mind and it can stay there forever and you don't do nothing with it. But when you highly manifest, that means now, hey, I'm making the necessary moves that I need to do. I need to say this, getting back to the topic, right? As far as those videos I was watching about how we got land but we don't know, so you know, like you have to do some kind of ancestry .com. That's what we have. I'm not saying I'm sorry, I have to do, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of us, we didn't come on no slave ships. A lot of our people were already here, you know what I'm saying, because you got to remember at one time the whole world was so, like, before the land masses start spreading, people could walk to all over the world and spread out and stuff like that, you know. So I'm going to talk to the sister that found her dad using Ancestry.com, and I'm going to use it to find out more about my people, blah, 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 so I can see about, hey, we might have some land or whatever, because, you know, it would be nice, you know, like grow food, you know, stuff like that. Plus, it would be nice to find out more about, you know, like our folks, our people, and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, we were already here. Yeah, we were already here. Even though I understand all of that, but I'm saying a lot of our people were already here in the Americas. We was already here. We was already here. So we need to find out, hopefully, I'm not saying we, I don't want to, but my goal is to do the Ancestry.com thing, you know what I'm saying, so I can see who of my people was already here, blah, 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 blah. So now I got, you know, something to go on. So that's one thing pertaining to what I may mention earlier, because now I'm going to rehash before I end the lot. Secondly, was history is not what you think it is, because those faces that they got, talking about those, from what I'm starting to understand, is like they were not who they got painted, and they got these murals of these people. Nope. I saw something today, and then it pointed me to something else. So what I'm saying is, like Public Enemy say, don't believe the hype. You know what I'm saying? So that means we really want to study true history, you know. And it's not about like color and all that. Nah, it's about knowing your tribe. You want to know what tribe you came from. What's your nation? Because color is just part of racism. You know, because people say, oh, you black. Nah, it's like, oh, you from this tribe, you from this nation. You know, but that's another life. So anyway, and then I think the other thing I was speaking about was, I spoke about the history piece. I spoke about, let me think, about finding out if your people got land here in Americas and stuff like that, right? And then also, what else was I talking about? Okay, but the main part was about the sacred meditations and stuff like that. Yes, I gather. I think I mainly. Gary, we can ready to leave, okay? I think I mainly covered everything. But if you really want to get the theme of the sacred meditations, just, you know, the video's up, because y'all know I always label stuff. I put the dates and stuff like that. Now, let me tell you why I do that. I'm leaving something behind. Reason why I have a daughter, you know, and I have other people in my life. So when I'm no longer in the earth, they can press play and I will be resurrected. I'm not talking about no Christ resurrection. I'm talking about you will be to see me laugh. You'll be able to see me do my little sketch. You'll be, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the blessing of using the internet and stuff like that. You know, you might have some positive stuff you want to share with the world. You know, hey world, you know, I'm such and such, and this just came to me and I want to share it. Because you never know. There could be somebody out there, right, who is looking to find out who they are, looking to find a life, and they might watch something positive that you're doing. And it's not about judgment, you know what I'm saying? I'm not God, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about everybody. Look, you do what you want to do when you on. I'm not here for that, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I try to sometimes leave a positive message, understanding. Reason why, because like I said, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when I first started doing YouTube, right, I used to have a channel called I'm Here For You. But they took it down, you know, stupid stuff, you know. Because even in social media, they got some janky stuff going on too where, you know, you can't say certain things or whatever, you know. So, and this one lady, she said, you know what? I didn't even know her. She said, I look forward to your videos. She said, because, you know, you be saying positive stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I said, wow. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to leave in a couple minutes. I'm going to finish up the live, all right? So just bear with me. So, you know, and that wasn't the first time. I remember when they had, y'all remember when they had, oh man, what was that? Damn, the first internet before we got all this Facebook and this and that. I forgot. It'll come to me. America Online. Y'all remember that? And I'm going to tell you, I met so many nice, wonderful people, and they would say, yo, you know what? I mean, they would be telling me their problems. Like, oh my God. And I would listen, and I would give them, you know, like positive feedback and stuff. And they'd be like, thank you, you helped me. So what I'm saying is that, because it's coming back into sacred, I said sacred meditations. Everybody has a gift, and your gift is not just for you. Your gift is to share with whoever needs to hear what it is that gift consists of at maybe now, some days down the block, some years from now, or whatever. Or maybe you just need to, hear that for now for yourself, to reinforce yourself. And the reason why, no, that's not yours, mama. And so what I'm saying is, sometimes you may have to be the one to push yourself to where you need to go. You may not have, you know, all of the stuff that I'm talking about, but if you have it within yourself and you're trying to build it within yourself, that means you may have to, I mean, not may have to, you will, depending on the, push yourself. Because you may not get everything you want. Everything may not go your way. There's going to be ups and downs and stuff like that. That's the way life is set up. It's set up like that. So once you learn the set up, that means you won't get set up and set yourself up to get caught up in unnecessary stuff. And I'm talking to myself as well. So awareness is the key. Sacred meditations is the key, because that's the freedom within yourself that will save you from yourself, save you from others, and it will let you know how to move in frequency pertaining to what life is about. You'll know when to be quiet, when to talk, when to walk away, when to stay, when to spin, when not to spin, when to travel, when not to travel, because you're moving in a frequency and a flow. So hopefully we can stay safe. How do we stay safe? I ain't talking about this safe thing. They say, okay, be safe. No. I'm talking about be safe inside of your own skin. That's the safest place, because once you become stronger in learning how to get along with yourself and analyze yourself, I ain't talking about be hard on yourself. I'm talking about check yourself out. Check yourself out and see what more you can do that is good for you within. That's self-care. Take care of yourself. I'm telling you. Take care of yourself, because as you get older and you age out, the body, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? And so, hopefully, you know, come on, Gary, we're going to start walking. Come on, let's go. And hopefully, you know, I've inspired someone, because I sure as hell inspired myself. I'm telling you. Hey, you better inspire yourself, because you may not have the people to inspire you. You may not have, you know, some of the things that, you know, you want. So nurture yourself. Find ways to nurture yourself. Find ways to feed your spirit. Find ways to feed your soul. Find ways to take better care of yourself. You know, find ways, you know what I'm saying, to learn maybe better ways of spending or whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying, may be a hang up, an issue, whatever the case may be. But just remember this. Remember this. Don't be hard on yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Stop feeling like you nothing. Stop feeling like, oh, why they get this and I don't get this. Give that stuff to yourself first and foremost. Y'all know we do consultations. Y'all know we got the crystals. Y'all know we got the herbs for the body. Y'all know, like, we make jewelry according to your frequency, elevation, healing. Y'all know that the goal of the brand, right, is to help you. A lot of y'all been with us for some years, and I appreciate y'all for constantly supporting us. I mean, listen. I'm telling you, I mean, listen, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all support the brand, like literally. And when I see y'all, we see each other. It's like, hey, what's going on? How y'all feel? Or whatever. So I'm just truly grateful that the Creator allowed me, you know what I'm saying, to send out this message. And so you can rewatch the video from the beginning to kind of like get the full insight. So the sacred meditations are the things that will keep us together. Keep us together. So no matter what's going on, what ain't going on, we got it going on, because we're staying strong against all odds.